to say hello and happy Father's Day. I have the altar lit for King Nipsey Hussle, my father Jackie Wilson, and Jackie O. I know it's amazing. I see that some of the things I've said I can verify a lot of them, such as I knew she was traveling. I think Thursday I did the last reading. She was traveling over water and she was going back to California. I knew she wasn't in Atlanta. I still believe she had an autopsy in Miami. I'm waiting for that to be confirmed. And I was listening to the Paperwork Party channel. I like them a lot. And the next day after I said she was traveling and she told me her head was cut, her head was hurting. She'd had an autopsy. They went into her head. Um, the man on the Paperwork Party, I think Friday, did a show where he called the Miami Medical Examiner's office, and they said they could not tell him anything unless they spoke to Jackie's father. The father had put that on lock. You can't get any information unless you get permission from the father, Jackie's father, Keith Smith, Mr. Smith, MIB, Men in Black. And they said the autopsy wasn't ready and the death certificate had to be updated. Something had to be added to it. So you see, look at the date of that show, baby. What's that, baby Zoe 305? Look at the date of my reading. I think my reading was done a day before to confirm I did not hear it over there and I'm not copying them. And that she was going. Someone put a comment and I said, you don't know what you're talking about. They said that DC Young fly her up and had her funeral and buried her in Atlanta. And I said, that's a lie. I see her traveling to California. And then someone sent me the confirmation she had her funeral May 17th, 2023, which was what? Yesterday. She had her second funeral in California and was buried in California with her father and near her brothers and sisters. Her father took her there, and I saw DC Young fly there with the children, which is quite sad because they live in Atlanta. And oh, okay, baby. So you check the dates on it, baby. You check. I want you to check your footwork to see is it cripping and dripping over here? Is it cripping and dripping? Is my date first, baby? So 305. I want you to tell me live because I want to verify I did not copy them. I did not do my reading after them and then repeat what they said. I said the lady told me. They said, yes, you said it. You're traveling. Okay, I'm just saying, you said it's cripping and dripping. Crip, like LOC, Loke, like Nipsey. It's a crip. It's cripping and dripping over here. Okay, thank you, Sir Smiles, that y'all see the dates. I just want y'all now, so they can't say, like they always try to call me a fake, a fraud, a scammer, a liar. That's why I like for you to look at the dates. Yes, it's cripping, baby. Yes, the King Crip, King Nip, Nipsey Hussle. Yes, because I've been doing his readings since the day he was shot. So it's creeping all the way over the goddamn. Hey, big old wizard. Someone sent me, and I saw that they said she said it as well on the spirit box that she had strangle marks on her neck. I don't know that is true. So when people send me these things and they sent me that someone else had said it, that's the word on the street. So there's no one coming forward at this time, that said they were in the room with Jackie O and that they saw strangle marks around her neck. No one from the medical examiner's office. Her father has not confirmed with the death certificate that he had said she was strangled to death. And the autopsy report has not been released yet. I don't know all of the details of that or if the father's going to allow it to be released. Now, that says, yeah, but we still don't have any confirmation because I couldn't understand everything that was said in the spirit box. I didn't hear her say she was strangled. I saw the words put at the top, but I didn't hear it. It was so much demonic activity, and there were so many other entities that were holding wanted to talk over her, and were trying to that basically that she keeps. The other night, I went and watched a movie that they said she was in, but there are two movies called Clout. One was shot in Atlanta with all these people trying to get clout entertainment, and they put her picture up there as if she was in it. I watched almost the whole movie. She was not in it. Then I saw someone else posted. It might be the company associated with the production of the movie that she was in, where she's actually playing a large role and she's gotten plastic surgery. That movie, Clout, I don't know where to view it because it said on Google it was on Tubi or Tubby, but that's not the same movie. I think one was shot in 2021 and one was shot in 2022. Would somebody please put the link to the movie she was in? I saw a clip of it on YouTube yesterday that she was in with her girlfriend, and she had gotten a nose job and she was getting other surgeries to compete with younger women in the entertainment industry. Yeah, well, see, that's I don't really deal with spirit boxes too much. I would suggest if you deal with them or you have one and you're listening to it, you need to cleanse your house of demonic activity and do protection rituals before you turn that thing on, during and after, because there are so many demons in those portals. I don't know what it is about the portals, but it's also similar to a Ouija board portals. They're full of demonic activity. Every time I've tried to use one, I actually had a demon come through and threaten me. I tried to do one. I had downloaded one. There are portable ones in the Google Play Store. One of them told me I better watch out. And I asked who was it, said their name was Jean, and they were going to get me. The only person I know that goes by that name is my sister's father, my half-sister's father. We had the same mother, but a different father. He physically died maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but it could be someone else named Gene. It tripped me the fuck out. Like I said, I couldn't believe it because it was just on the Play Store. I thought it was just, like some type of software to download. Yeah, Kill Only. I didn't. I got off that thing because I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was a game. I thought it was just kind of like a fun game and shit. I didn't think it was real, but it was the software you can download them. It started talking to me. And I'm just like, and I tried a couple of more and they were doing the same shit. And I'm like, I don't even know who these entities are, but they know me clearly. To say what they were saying, I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah. And I felt a creepy feeling in my house. Like they had actually come into the house. I hurried up and got the fuck up off of there. And thank you, Josh. I love you too. She was saying to me, like, I woke up and I started smelling. Okay, I don't know a nice way to put it, but I started smelling dead flesh. And I was thinking of her, and I woke up. She told me she was in the ground. And she's very upset about it. She has not let go of this realm. She's not happy being in California with her father and not being able to be close to her children. And down here in Atlanta, Atlanta had even passed some type of proclamations for holidays for her, special days for her. And I'm really confused and disappointed in DC Young Fly. That was supposed to be your woman that you spend your life with. And you said you want to have 7 more babies with, but you have no control over her body. You have no control of where she's going to be buried. It's clear you didn't have. He's just stupid to me at this point. I can see if her father got hold of her because she was a minor child. She was a 33-year-old woman living a life with this man and had children. And I'm wondering, did she have a will? Did he have a will? We know they weren't really married because the father wouldn't have been able to step in. I'm like, why? God. He just seems so weak to me right now, because those are the things that you discuss with your partner, unless the partner doesn't trust you, or you all are not together and not as close as you are presenting to the world. It doesn't make any sense. Both of them were successful. Actually, to me, he gave her clout. He brought her up. He gave her recognition because he was a bigger star than her. He was more known than her. And then she started making things on her own, getting her own audience, her beloved audience, as well as DC's audience. I started making a lot of moves on her own and became very successful. And that's just, when you start getting money like that, that's just something you think about. I know that she was aware of it, and he was aware of having your insurance policies, your living wills in case something happens to you and you're on life support or in a coma, or if you suddenly die. They had 3 young babies to think about. And now the father has come in and taken over it all. And what I hope the father does, but I guess he didn't, because she's in the ground too fast. I wish the father would have done a second autopsy. I thought he was smart enough to do that, because the daddy's very shrewd and very intelligent. Unless he did, and we just don't know. That baby needed another autopsy, just in case there's something that the first autopsy missed. And that's what I want to say. When people tell me everything they hear on the street, but there's no confirmation, I'm not going to get up and run with it, because that's a word on the street. And that's not the word of the medical examination and the autopsy, the final autopsy report to show the cause of death, that she was strangled to death. I have not heard that from any of the official organizations that take care of these things, like the police that are investigating this, the medical examiner. Those are the 2 I'm waiting on. The doctor is back to business as usual. And I told you, she told me there would be no justice, not like she wanted it to be. Her love affair was over and broken up. There's still anger, drama, and confusion. There's confusion fighting with her so-called friends. You see, the one, Simone B, said that somebody robbed her while she's in California and busted the windows out to her automobile. I don't know if it was a station wagon or what, bust them out, took everything out of there. What else did I see? I see the drama and conflict in it. And Jackie O is not resting at peace. She's angry. She's angry that her body's physically dead. She can smell herself. She can see herself, how her physical body is deteriorated, how people have said bad things about her over her body, talked about her. And she keeps saying, my heart, like they took her heart out of her body. And it bothered her very much. She said, my heart. They dug my heart out and cut my heart out of my chest. And I literally felt it beating, like it was like her chest was caving in, or she said she couldn't breathe, and like she was dying. She keeps showing me her brain. The activity went down. She shows me her heart. She shows me her blood. Like there was a problem with the blood flow, and there was leaking of fluid and blood internally. And she goes back down to her abdomen, the abdominal pelvic cavity, something done to her abdomen, around her navel, above the navel, the sides of the navel, sides of the waist, beneath the navel, near the vagina and the pubic bone. She keeps showing that. And she said this was happening during her surgery. After the surgery, she felt blah, blah. Like she's like blah blah blah, like she couldn't talk good, couldn't stand up. Her words were slurred. Her head was cloudy. She couldn't think properly. She's like her equilibrium was off, like being able to stand or walk or run or something. She's like she thinks she vomited or something in her mouth. She's showing me this is how she was feeling when she woke up. That's why I'm saying, just saying someone came in and just strangled her to death, just because that's what they said happened into the movie, because she strangled another woman in the movie. That still doesn't mean that was her cause of death. She was given sedatives. She was given, it was also the anesthesia. They could have given her too much, or they also could have given her too much of the wrong one. Her heart was also under a lot of pressure and expanded. You don't have to have high blood pressure or any blood clots before surgery. You can, that are unknown, or if they don't do a check on the person to check their heart pressure, blood pressure, or if the person knows it and doesn't tell because they want to get the surgery. You can develop that while you are in surgery, and the type of anesthesia or too much of it can raise the blood pressure, expand the size of the heart, and actually create aneurysms while you are sleeping under anesthesia. If the anesthesiologist is given too much medication and they don't know what they're doing and they're not checking her, she's like, she felt like she was just, her soul was snatched out of her body. And she's like, my organs were taken. And she goes to her head. So sometimes they went in her head, they went in her chest. She's like, my heart, my heart, my heart. One of the lungs wasn't working properly. And it still shows me, I don't care what anybody says, she told me she was unconscious, but she was still alive. Her pulse was very low. Her breathing was very shallow. But she said she was drugged and she could still hear, but she couldn't wake up. She couldn't speak. She couldn't walk. She couldn't talk. When they took her to the hospital, she told me her body, even though it was low, she still had some life in her body, but she said her pulse was low. And because she was suppressed with medication, and they clearly didn't give her nothing to speed up the heart or to help wake her up. Maybe they didn't know what type of anesthesia she had, or they couldn't reach the doctor to tell them, the plastic surgeon or the other doctor, the anesthesiologist. If that was a doctor, they didn't know what else to do for her. I know she had the surgery. That's what she keeps saying to me. There were so many things that took place. Yeah, because the P2 and whoever was there, another person that's there, a Black female, is afraid to talk because she feels like her life is in danger and she's been instructed not to talk. She's also telling me the other dangers that people don't know. In Miami, she said it's like chop shops. And like, what do they call it when they steal a car and take the serial number off of it, put another VIN number on it, change the mileage on it, and then take it overseas? She said this is what the plastic surgery shops, a lot of these doctors are, that come from Mexico to Miami, Atlanta, New York. She said Philly, DC. She mentioned Dallas is really bad. Dallas, Mexico, California, different parts of Texas. She said a lot of these surgeons are, and this is, she also said mob controlled, and there's a she said, $billion sex trafficking for children as well as adults and people that have been smuggled into United States. She also mentioned Russia for some reason. So I wonder, are some people here from Russia or parts of Russia that are prostituting, she said, in nightclubs and bars? She said, underground smuggling. And she said Florida is a hotbed for all these foreigners and smuggled people where they don't have a real name, they change their ID, they don't have a driver's license, because they hold them hostage and they make them prostitutes. She said they're also doing surgeries on them. Some of them they will deliberately disfigure them based on the client, where she's like, sometimes it looks clownish. Some people get off on somebody having a little bitty body, but a real big old ass with some little bitty legs and real big old titties, or one titty up, one titty down, disfigure eyes, a disfigured mouth, a face like a clown. Some of them love to get off on the disfigurement of a person. They actually become sexually aroused or look like an animal or have an animal face or parts put in them where they look like a half human and a half animal by the head, a damn cat or a damn leopard and shit by the goddamn head, and put damn ears on them or horns. Man, look, I know I shouldn't have got on here with this bullshit. You know what? I ain't ate nothing today. Maybe that's where my mind going in this goddamn direction. That's what it seems like she's saying. This her candle right there, that pink one, you see it just buzzing out, that light coming out when I'm saying that she's saying, goddamn, said that they had them like that, like a giraffe shape on them, put a tail on them and shit, and to get down like an animal in these special clubs that they have and paid up somebody disfigured like that. them people are crying and like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here, but they can't tell nobody. They can't get out. So they had these people in the underground network said, whatever you want, male, female, they take these little children, take a little bitty boy body, about 4 or 5 years old, put a big old ass on him with some big titties on a little damn boy and have him twisting around, then gang rape them for a fee, have it on the web. So in Atlanta, they had this with these underground clubs, these underground chop shops. So even though a lot of people get murdered, they still are going, people are still lining up to get these surgeries because they have them in these whole black markets where people are entertained. I'm talking about wealthy people are entertained by this. Well, as she said, they already know they're going to lose some because like every 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours, they got a new surgery. She said it's just blood, all types of mixed up blood and body parts and skin and stuff that's on the floor that they don't even have time to clean up because they're doing so many surgeries. They don't do a pre-op or pre-op examination, post-op. They don't meet the clients. They don't have time for that because they got the chop shops and the money is moving so fast in California. And you come from California, excuse me, and Miami, Mexico, California, Miami, even Haiti. Some of these people get kidnapped over there and blackmailed or blackballed and then go to Mexico, get kidnapped. You don't see some of these people. Then they come to Miami and get held and trafficked and smuggled. So it's a whole underground information highway with everything that you want to keep this thing going. And it's sexual, and prostitutes that are willing prostitutes are also inside these realms. You can get whatever drug you want, whatever surgery that you want, whatever little child or adult that you want, where they keep. It's a multi-billion-dollar network of human parts and even animals where they sell and prostitute them and all types of drugs and hormones and anything you want. And she says, not getting ready to stop because they have politicians and people higher up that like this, and they pay them in Florida and other states to pass laws or pay them to lobby or get them money under the table to block certain laws that try to regulate or restrict what they're doing so they can keep on getting away with it. Now she's starting to cry because she said that she's not the only one, that she's talking to women over there and men and children that this happened to. She said this time into television and the entertainment network, people very high up under Epstein, and a lot of celebrities know about this and will put people into this type of slavery or get something done or have people following them, their own surgeons, their own doctors, legal, some of them under the table, because a lot of these entertainers are drug addicts, as well as they might need sedatives and for work they've secretly done. You think, oh, this person still looks young. They look like they did 20 years ago. No, they're like following them around and maintain them. Or if they get out of control and they handle or don't like them or what they're doing, they'll maim them to punish them, to keep them in check or make them do what they want them to do. Look, I know that this sounds crazy. I know that. And she's angry because she said, all I wanted was to be famous, to be beautiful, to be a star. And it looks like a part of her was possessed. She was not, her soul was out of the body. She's like, it's a mermaid spirit. It's a group of siren spirits and mermaid spirits that they put on you. Someone that they have like video vixens, models, Instagram girls, anybody wants to be in entertainment. When you start watching that instead of regular people, you long that you could be already beautiful, but you see something distorted and you don't know because it's another spirit on you telling you to go to this doctor, go to this state, go here, go there, to create that spirit to get on you through TV, or to get on you through a video, or to get on you through a picture. It's a whole spell they cast that control that industry to make people want to be beautiful, feel like they're not born beautiful enough. They don't have what it takes, and they lure them into that industry. She said she had a curse put on her, a spell, a mermaid spirit put on her. You want to be more beautiful. You want to get this done. You want to get that done. She said those spirits will lead you in a particular situation or to a particular doctor when it's your soul they want based on the spell they put on you, and then immortalize the spirit into your body where they said, oh, it's best to die young and beautiful. So you are frozen in time. You're immortalized. She said, I wanted to be like Marilyn Monroe. I wanted to be one of the most beautiful women in the world, but it was so hard to compete because I was arguing with my man. There was problems between us, so enmity between us, just like Adam and Eve and the serpent, where they bruised the head of the serpent with his heel in the Garden of Eden. She said it was problems between me and my man. It was conflict between me and my man. And I'm just like, I saw a part of Jackie I did not see. I told y'all she was dominant and very, very territorial. But Jackie was showing me some text messages and some letters or messages or something she was getting, and she was talking to a couple of friends of hers who all I can hear, I don't know if that's Jasmine Sullivan or one of them songs talking about I don't argue. I just hit that bitch with a bottle, and I'm just getting chills now. She's like, I've had to fight bitches about my man. And then I had to question him and confront him because I knew he was playing into the shit and playing games. Look, a lot of y'all painted her as an angel and sweet and innocent to me. That's a Scorpio who was hooked on that nigga's thing, baby. That thing he put down, so he must got it in his drawers and probably got, because the way his mouth shape, maybe he know what that, she know what that mouth do. Maybe she know something I don't, goddamn, because she would fight bitches and run bitches off and argue with him and fight with him. She was not going to leave him alone. It's like she got into some fights about him. She ain't weak. She ain't scary. She ain't none of that. She's very aggressive when it comes to that. And I'm getting chills all over now like somebody standing here behind me. Like she actually taking off her heels and with some socks on and putting on some tennis shoes. Like covering up Facebook, like, Jesus, I'm getting chills. I'm like, was Jackie a fighter? Oh, chills going off through me. Was Jackie sit up there and fight a bitch about this nigga? Maybe we don't know her like we think, goddamn it, because she said she's not having that shit. She wasn't having that shit. And said that this goes back what people call themselves gonna claim him or take him from her, and she was not having it. She had a little temper, a little mean streak in her. So hey, Lux the Medium, thank you for shouting me out. I did you see that, Lux the Medium? Please tell me what you think. And did Jackie ever get into some fights with some women, honey, trying to take her man or arguing about DC, or DC might been cheating? Please let me know, Lux the Medium, if you seen anything like that, because maybe I'm getting it wrong, but she said ain't nobody finna take what I got or what I want, and he wasn't just finna leave me or turn his back. But it seemed like she was more on him than he was on her. You said, Lux, I don't really think that she brought herself to stoop that low. I think she pissed them off more by not reaching. Okay, well, I see something. We'll agree to disagree, babe. I see something different because she has a temper. And I talked to someone last night that actually saw this. I said they spoke of it on Lipstick Alley some years ago, that she was into confrontations. And you know they know on Lipstick Alley because those people are either married to athletes or celebrities, and they know the real word. And they put it over there. Someone that knows and that's inside the industry confirmed this to me last night. So we're going to agree to disagree. Yes, Gorgeous. I think Gorgeous Nubian Victoria. Yeah, she loved him more than he loved her. It was more of it, what you said, Lux to me, that's absolutely right. She had no protection, but she was sleeping with a demon. Right. I just feel so bad. Yep, but she told me she took the oath. She wanted to be a star. She was willing to do anything to be a star. Not as far as harm nobody, but she was willing to do anything to make herself. Surgery, anything. She felt like she wasn't enough. She said that spirit was on her. But she wanted that life. He didn't put her in that life. Remember, she was already in that life. She wanted to be a big movie star. She wanted to be worshipped and admired. She wanted to be one of the most beautiful women, and she felt like she wasn't beautiful enough because they know that life is so fast and time is always ticking, and she didn't feel like it was enough. And then she saw younger women coming into the game. Even though she's 33, they started looking at women as little babies, and a lot of these people in the industry, like these people in the industry are pedophiles that run it. So they're always looking for somebody younger, brighter, better, prettier, and they'll put somebody to compete with you. So you feel many times, unless you got your niche and nobody can take it from you, you're never enough, or you got to always update, you got to always compete. It's a very fast industry. It's a very fast game. And she understood that and knew that, and she wanted it anyway. She would do anything it took to feel like she was on that level. And she's like, I never felt like I was enough. I never felt like I was on top. I was always told, you got to keep going. You got to step your game up. And all them girls with her is hustling bitches, stunt and scam bitches, or deal with scam bitches and scam niggas. And they all had surgery that was around her. They know the industry they're in and being seen and body shots and models. You got to always step your game up. You got to always maintain your surgery and your look if you want to compete. Because if you not, somebody else will. That's what she told me. So to blame him for all of it, I'm not going to blame him for all of it, because she pursued and chased him. That's what people say. And she wanted that life with or without him. She wanted to be immortalized as one of the most beautiful women in the world and in the industry. And when she chased him and got with him, he made it worse, because she saw that women didn't care if she was with him. They still wanted to be with him. And she felt insecure because of the way he would act sometimes, like he could take her and leave her. And she felt, and I understand what that feels like when you got somebody like that. You don't have to be that cute, but you have to have power or influence or money on some level where everybody's getting at you. All types of women always in this man's face. And he kind of made her feel insecure. But at the same time, she wanted him. She wasn't wanted that lifestyle. She was not going to let go. She wasn't going to let him go. She wasn't going to let, because I mean, she knows it's a skin show basically, and it's based on beauty. So whoever stands out, whoever is the most beautiful and the most eye-catching, you can win. You ain't got to have no great personality. You ain't got to be spiritual or none of that. All this is a physical and illusion show based in this realm. That's all you got to have. You can be a man looking like an incredible woman, and women and men will still want to fuck you and be attracted to you. It's all about your look and what you're willing to do to get it, and then keep it and maintain it and stay on top. And underneath, this stuff gets very violent, very competitive. And she understood that because of the type of bitches that she ran with and the nigga that she ran with. And she was as tough as them. This girl, there was nothing weak or shrinking violent about this girl at all. Y'all just don't want to see it. There's nothing weak about her. To be with a street nigga like him, And she did not ignore all of it, because these women put it in her face and want to confront her and let her know they'll fuck her nigga, try to take him. No, she ran with nigga bitches and niggas. She liked that ghetto shit, that hard shit, and she was built for that shit. It ain't nothing weak for her. And she likes street niggas. That's very clear that she likes street niggas. No matter, so, you know what I'm saying? I respect, other people's opinions or what they see. Sometimes we just see different shit. And I'm saying how she rawer than what we thought, goddammit. Was she rawer than what these people trying to say? Because she couldn't be with him and be weak. Insecure, yes. But you see, okay, well, I'll fix this, I'll fix that, because these hoes ain't finna take my spot. She always felt, and in that industry, it's like that. Somebody always trying to get at you or take your spot. And when you compete and you go to auditions, I've taken some acting classes in Atlanta. I've been in classes like that and prepared for auditions. Them bitches is ruthless and brutal. Oh, shit. You see that on Caught on Fire right there? Them bitches is vicious than a motherfucker. I know for a fact them black bitches is vicious as hell. I know, since I've been in that industry. And I'm like, you got to, and they'll do whatever it takes. Goddamn, you see this shit right here? You saw that shit just caught on fire when I'm talking about the viciousness of these bitches? Oh, boy. Well, hello. Y'all hear that shit and see that shit? Ooh-wee. Guess I better put that out. Whew. Boy. Okay, the other one still goddamn it lit. What the hell is y'all on, Jackie? Let me see if I can try to goddamn let me see. Can I try to relight? Put another one here in the place. God damn. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Y'all is off the chain in this motherfucker now. I was just finna go take a break then. Y'all up here doing this bullshit up here showing. I like this here. I like these because they're gold and the energy of them. Oh boy, let me see. I can get some more to stand here. You see they forming X signs, XOXO. You see, I got a lot of lights for her. There's her pink. They're doing better today. They were freezing up. All the wax around there was freeze. What you sorry for, Lux? The medium, you ain't do nothing shit. What you say, best energy for you that showed you exactly how dark. You see what I'm saying? You see how y'all donations, y'all see I did what I told y'all. I got all these for Nipsey, her, my daddy. You see how much energy. They like a lot of energy. When they passed on the other side, many times nobody talks to them. I'm getting chills all over my legs. Oh, this cold chills moving. I'm glad y'all could see it. That happens over here a lot when I'm alone. Who I don't know. And Brittany, she looks. I don't know who Brittany is. Uh, you said, what you said, Lux? I think between me and you, we keep talking. I think Jackie is getting better. Yeah, I think she's still going to accept it, but I don't think that she's going to go. No, she ain't gonna go nowhere. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. Yes, she's very determined to stay here and solve a murder and expose what's going on. That's why she told us a lot of black magic and witchcraft and entities. They draw you into that energy. Beautiful women that don't think they're beautiful and already have cracks and damage from their father and from their childhood, and they play on you like that. She said all of us are possessed with spirits when you get in there, and she said it's addictive and you want that life and the attention and the fantasy and the fame and the fortune. She said it's addiction, and I know how it feels. But I also saw the darker, treacherous side to it. It's a cold ass business. And you have to have the right connections or be in the right cliques. If not, they will try to destroy you. And even if you in those cliques can get sexual. And most of those women that pretend to be your friends are not, because y'all all want the same thing. And it's a very small amount of people that make it through. And they felt like a lot of these women, these black women that she's competing with, felt like it was no competition and she had the edge on them. So they were secretly jealous of her. And I understand in that industry, if you don't feel like you can keep up, or if you don't have to look and you're not getting as much attention as your friend or something, it's going to force you to get some work done because you want to be a star and you know you're not going to get ahead unless it's a certain look that they like. And if you're not matching that look, they're all put under pressure to get that, or nobody's going to pay you any attention. And so I understand exactly how she feels, but she said she was already wounded from her childhood stuff and her stuff with her daddy. And she never felt like she got the love and nurturing from her mama or the daddy that she needed. Her daddy was hard. Yes, he protected her and was, very protective. But yeah, Lux, to meet him, it is kill or be killed. But baby, what people don't understand, not you, but because I know from having the taste of it and saw how treacherous, and I wasn't even taking my clothes off. I was just doing a vagina power show, trying to spread knowledge and elevate the consciousness of the pussy and the dick and what they're really made for and how spiritual they are. And they got my show off the air and tried to kill me, threatened to kill me. It was all black women, educated or not educated, and some men that were mad because I was breaking the game down and mad because I knew it as a woman. What you said, Brittany, Alexis, you're right. Her sister's jealous. I seen it. You see what I'm saying? When you look at her videos, yeah. And Donna Delgado, you said, I didn't want to sell my soul, so they tried to destroy me. Yes, tried to kill me. Yes, I don't do drugs. I don't do crazy things. And they were really trying to, yes. And that's the same thing that I saw and that I went through. Yes, I ain't like the way he talks to her. And she just kind of like, okay, calm down. Like she knew how to soothe him, but see, really it's a game he plays. He likes for her to talk to him and soothe him like that. And he would control her like that. She was the weaker one in the relationship because she wanted to keep her man and she wanted to make her relationship work and she wanted to get married. And he didn't do it. He said, look, she said, yes, ma'am, they almost killed me last year on numerous occasions. Okay. He said, my spiritual gift was the only thing that saved my life and I'm still not free. That's what I'm saying. I have to watch it still. You see all the hatred against you. And they'll even try to kill you as a psychic being, man, because you can see and you can see them and don't want you to give that knowledge out. You said people call Simone B out. Yeah, she purchased lipstick from AliExpress, then relabeled it, injected the product. That's what they do, baby. That's what, retailers do. Um, as well, you see that her candle is really, really beaming right now. I'm going to see what it does as it gets darker so we can see more light. It's got an X. Let's see. You can see them. Okay, those are her two pink. And there's another one beside it because they kept going low. And when I lit them last week, it would be a lot of wax. It's still a little bit waxy around. I'm like, why do her candles keep getting cold? And I asked my friend last night, and she says sometimes it's an issue or something they're holding on to where the wax won't be fluid and wet. Hers, it was just kept thickening up. So I said, well, they're not hot. She's not hot. And something she's holding on to because it kept getting cold. I've never had candles from somebody that physically died on my altar that kept getting cold like that. And see, I turned the air off on purpose so I could see, and y'all could see the energy of them. And you see the gold ones right there. And they're just flicking, flicking, flicking. There's no wind blowing in here to make them fucking do that. And you see how this candle right beside me, that's one of her main, you see it's just flicking, and the beam, it's just flickering out of there like that. Oh boy. Thank you, Brittany R. It's a lot of energy. There's the other beam. Turn it candle so you can see it. The other one is beaming right beside it. Try to see what these are looking like up close. You see those beams going in different directions. So pretty. You see all of that? And they're doing X symbols. I don't know why I have to try to understand what the X's. And you see now you can see hers is Xing. You see that? Like the ones on top. You can see it Xing like, well, hey, Jackie. See her two pink ones. You see that X like I'm seeing? They Xing. And like them is Xing right there. They're so pretty. Hi, baby. Hi, sweet baby. And now that one's starting to do it. Seeing the Xing. I don't know what they be doing. I just let them do what they want to do. And they're gonna burn till late tonight. When I say he has a Doberman, a dog. Is that a dog? Are you saying that? Because I saw a dog with Jackie last night. I wondered, did she have a dog? Did she grow up with a dog? If anybody in her family had dogs, was it him? See, y'all see how many I got here? And how they're so pretty. See, they're doing their own things. Okay, that one's Xing too. That one's Xing. That's Nipsey Blue. You see that? They're Xing. They doing they I just let them dance. Oh, okay, now you can see it. Aren't they pretty? Especially that blue. You get lost in that blue and that red and the blue. And I knew she needed a lot of love. And pink. Pink up there. Yep, they're still Xing. They're so pretty. Oh, so pretty. I got one over here. Okay, it's Xing too. Even though it's in because I didn't have any more room. You see that? How they're Xing. Boy. You can see the X's on them. They're all making their little signs there. Oh, wow. Well, hello, y'all. You can see it up close. See it's Xing. Oh, I got so many candles here, but I felt like they needed, so it's okay with me. I just have to watch them. I put them out before I go to bed because I know it's dangerous. There's a little bit that she was saying she doesn't want to be in the ground. She hates being in the ground. She hates watching her body. Thank you, Brittany. She had a dog and a cat? What type of dog did she have? Because one I'm seeing with her looks like it's dark color, but it might have two colors on it. I said, boy, this is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Lex Riding for Nip. What, Frenchie? What color is her dog? You said Frenchie. Hi, Tia Tia. You said, well, I mean, I saw them on my videos. I've never seen them on the videos. Poodle, black. Oh, if you could see a picture, send me a picture. Because I saw a black dog, but I wondered did she have another one too? I grew up with one. Oh, they just got a teacup. What color was it, gorgeous Nubian Victoria, the teacup? Because I saw a dark colored dog, so I wondered. I said, well, when did she have one to pass over when she was little or something? And it's over there standing beside her. A black. Thank you, because I saw the black dog. But I wonder did she ever have another one close to her or somebody? But y'all said, what's his name? Got a dog too? You said DC has one. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty girls that had that surgery that are physically dead right now. Yeah, it's hot as fuck. I'm standing here right by it, but it's not hot in my house. But it's so hot. I guess maybe you probably saying, well, shit, all them goddamn candles over there, I'd be hot too. But I turned the air off so you can see them moving. It wasn't really hot in the house. I just wanted y'all to see what I see and try to feel what I feel, but it feels good. Thank you, because I saw a black dog standing beside her. I know her baby, no, but all her children are beautiful. She's not gonna find peace. You don't find peace. Your soul doesn't find peace when you didn't have peace when you were physically alive and you didn't die in a peaceful way. Physically get out your body. You don't find peace like that. I see them, I hear them, I feel them, I speak to them. You ain't gonna just get murdered and find no goddamn peace. You have to work through what happened to you. Which you said Lux, the medium, the saddest part is I hope they keep memories of her because my sister was 8 when my mom was sacrificed. Oh Lord, I'm sorry you lost your mama. Especially if she was a good mama. You said my mom was sacrificed and she don't even remember her. Oh, well, if you close to your sister, maybe you can. Yes, but they said she had a cat and a dog. What you said, Alexa, I'm wondering about the white chick with the red hair. While now, I was wondering, well, those are witches. Those they're in the occult. They have to perform them rituals to stay up there. Feel like 38. I don't know what that means, baby. You said 33 degrees over here feels like 38. Oh, so I know, and it happens to a lot of people, and it's happening right now while we're speaking. She said it's a whole underground network of it. A whole underground network of it that keeps it going. Anyway, I want to just check in and say hello. I gotta eat something, you guys. But I love you, and I will talk to you soon.